Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And I found this article pretty interesting, a little funny, right? But I haven't, read it fully yet. But just the headline, was enough. Okay. And this is from zerohedge.com. As you can see, it says Americans panic search World War III and can I be drafted as Iran bombs Israel? Okay. And the reason that, I found this funny is that when you go into a show, like different people even making videos concerning it, short videos on TikTok or whatever platform it was on. However, majority of the people, okay, that end up, searching these things are also then there's a large subset of them that are the same people that when we warn them about these things, about the coming draft, about World War III, they scoff at it, they laugh at it, they disregard it as if it's a fairy tale, something that can never happen, right? And then, or they'll just they'll say something along the lines of, "Oh, well, it is what it is. If I get drafted, then so be it." But then let a taste of reality hit, and immediately, they're afraid. Now they're panic searching these things, and that's why I found it kind of hilarious, because this is going to be the state of a lot of people when all hell actually breaks loose. And then, it'll come to light that when they scoffed, and mocked at the prophecies, the warnings that we gave them, it was because they just didn't believe that it would actually happen. Okay. But when it actually happens is when you're going to see their actual reactions, because how they're actually going to react is not what they say they're going to do. Oh, if it comes, then it comes. It is what it is. Everybody got to die sometime. It's those same people that when death comes knocking, they're not going to meet death with a smile and say everybody got to die sometime. They'll tell you my time ain't now. And they'll do everything, fight tooth and nail to try and survive. So it's just interesting. Anyway, let's get into this, right? So it says Americans panic search World War III and can I be drafted as Iran bombs Israel? Americans panic search World War III and other related searches following Iran's Saturday night attack on Israel with hundreds of missiles and drones, which there's talks now about Israel's cabinet pretty much going back and forth, about how and when to respond to Iran's attacks. And we'll see. We'll see if they end up responding or not. Okay. However, one thing that we do know, according to Jeremiah 49, I believe around 20 or 21, is that the least of the flock shall draw them out. And that also goes into, situations like this, right? Because sometimes there are cases where something happens, like what just happened between Israel and Iran is like, we've drawn the line here. Let's leave it at such. The allies, of the U.S. and Israel are saying, hey, you know what, it's fine. I mean, let's try to find a way to where, if you do want to respond, let's do it in a way where it doesn't escalate things or whatever the case is. But if the least of the flock is to draw them out, they're going to be that one who who just doesn't care, who says, nah, F that. He hit me. I need to get my hit back. And then you go and stab him. And now you done started a whole gang war. So we'll see what happens. But ultimately, as we keep on reiterating, there is an order to prophecy. So regardless of what happens, there's going to be a break. A break is going to be in there somewhere, because the MOTB still has to do its thing. Now, personally, I don't anticipate it taking that long. Which is why I think the war tensions are still high. Okay, because we got to see how the Lord sets it up. But hey, anyway, back to this article. So using data from Google's trends, World War III searches surged nationwide, hitting a 5-year high. Yeah, remember the last time a lot of people started searching these things was when Trump had, Trump had ordered the assassination of Qasem Soleimani, and a lot of people were searching these things, and World War III was trending because people feared, oh shit, we about to get dragged into a war. Well, guess what? It's going to happen. Yes, and you will be drafted. And all you fighting for equal rights and all that, you want to, I want to join the military. I want to, well, now's your chance. Okay. So let's keep on reading. Americans also searched, when will World War III begin? And when is World War III going to happen? And even, Alexa, when will World War III start? As well as, are we headed for World War III? So this goes to show you the signs of the times, right? Now people are starting to be concerned because they're starting to see these prophecies draw nearer and nearer. And now they're actually starting to have real worries, which is, oh shit, like, you know, is this thing actually going to happen? Like, oh my goodness, right? But what the hell is Alexa going to tell you? You know, you should really be listening to what the prophets have been warning you about. Meanwhile, a surge in Americans, likely younger millennials and Gen Zers, have been asking Google search about the military draft age. So now they're worried about a military draft age. Let me see. Can a military draft be age agnostic? Let's see. Okay, it says here, following the ruling, Selective Service System Attorney Jacob Daniels told reporters things continue here at Selective Service as they have in the past, which is men between ages 18 and 25 are required to register with Selective Service, yada yada. Anyway, I'm not going to spend too long looking into this, but always keep in mind that there's always room for exemptions, right? Based on how intense things get and they need manpower. Don't think that you're safe because you may say, oh, I'm under 18 or I'm under. Okay, you're gonna find out. All right, you're gonna find out. And honestly, whether you're here or you get drafted, if you're not of the elect, it's not gonna look good for you anyway. Okay. Here are other internet search, other spiking internet searches, and you can see, get down. And you can see it says World War III. If World War III starts, will I be drafted? Will I be drafted? Selective Service, can I be drafted if I already served? For all those neocon warmongering DC elites, remember that DEI Gen Zers have already stated they will not fight any more of your foreign wars. What about recruiting all military-age migrants that just flooded the nation instead? So let's take a look at this. It says Gen Z offers compelling reasons against the military draft.
And you know why I know that? Because we're just going to say no. Like, how are they going to actually force us to get up and go to war? I understand it was like that in like the 1940s. What else is there to do in 1940 besides shoot people? We have things to do nowadays. We have twerk, be bisexual, eat hot chip, lie. And we're also like really mentally ill. I have like 6 of these. What makes you think I'm qualified to have a gun? Like within 600 feet of anybody, including myself. And finally, like, guns are like so tacky. Like, can you imagine just like pulling up with a gun? Like, that is so fucking embarrassing. Like, what is this? The Revolutionary fucking War? No. Like, let's just chat. Let's just talk. There's no need for all the no. No. It's not gonna happen, don't worry.
So you hear this, right? Yo. And this is why these people are cooked. Okay, and that's why they are gonna get cooked. See, what's gonna happen is when you realize that they don't give a damn when in the time of war, they're not gonna come and say, let me see your medical records and see, how mentally stable are you, and oh, even better yet, you tell us no, got it. Got you. You're good to go. Clearly, this goes to show you the inexperience of a lot of these people today, especially what are called Gen Zers. Okay, they're living in a bubble of fantasy. And when reality pops that, all you're gonna see is tears rolling down their eyes as they're being forced to go wherever they're being rounded up to. Let's see another one here. Gen Z is just not prepared for the draft. They're genuinely worried about what it would mean for them. Well, what it would mean is you're gonna go end up, part of the ground somewhere over there in the East.
Okay, so 5 years of rent-free living, free food, and no responsibilities versus being immediately obliterated by an AK-47 the moment I set foot on that battlefield. And that's if they can catch me, because you think this draft occurs, I'm headed for the hills, baby. I know a place. It has everything I could possibly need except for electricity and cell service, which is going to be perfect because you won't be able to find me. Do I look like somebody who the authorities are going to be chasing after, hunting down because they need me? They need me to grab an assault weapon and go try to save people's lives. Are you kidding me? Talk about a liability. Go find those people who are so pro Second Amendment and wear freaking American flag thongs and all that shit. Go find them. They have a concealed carry anyway. They know what they're doing. They've done the classes. Go find them. You don't want me fighting for this country. I promise you that. And you know it's true.
So now you see why I titled the lesson what I did, man. These people are so through. Wow. Oh man, this is just crazy. Anyway, there's another one. Gen Z and millennials reject the draft. Now they worried that they haven't even announced the draft yet. Okay, the things haven't even intensified as they're going to. This what happened with Iran and Israel? That's just right now still very light. Okay, it has potential to escalate very quickly, but it's still very light in comparison to how intense things are going to get. And guess what? Like I said before, whether you say you do all this and you manage not to get drafted, missiles are going to come over here and pay you a visit anyway. Okay? Anyway, people see what's going on in Ukraine and don't want to run headfirst into a meat grinder just because Lindsey Graham commands it and says it's money well spent.
Good morning. So I'm hearing a lot of stuff about how the United States is considering reinstating the draft because recruitment numbers for the military are so low. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, it is the funniest fucking shit that I've heard all year. The decrepit fossils who run our country are out of their fucking minds if they think that anyone who hasn't already enlisted is just going to put on a uniform and go to war because they said so. Get the fuck out of here. In case y'all haven't noticed, the average person in America is struggling right now in a way that has never before been seen in the history of our country. The cost of living keeps going up. The cost of groceries keeps going up. The cost of medicine keeps going up. The cost of cars keeps going up. The cost of housing keeps going up. Every single thing that you can possibly imagine, the cost of it just keeps going up with no end in sight. The only thing that's not going up are the wages that our fucking jobs pay us. Sure, let's all go to war for a country that we've long since been disillusioned by. Not to mention, I don't think that the U.S. government really understands that if it does come to that and the draft is reinstated, we're just not going to go. We've already kind of collectively all agreed that we're not paying back our fucking student loans whenever the payments presume. What do you think we're going to do with a draft notice other than use it as toilet paper? And that's not even taking into account all of the health issues that younger millennials and Gen Z have that disqualify them from military service, both mental and physical, that are a direct result of the capitalist hellscape that these motherfuckers in our government have cultivated. I already can't be on my feet for more than a couple hours. What the fuck kind of use am I going to be in a combat situation? And on top of all of that, no one in any of the countries that the United States is currently occupying or just bombing the shit out of has ever done anything to me. So you can imagine I'm not too big on the idea of being the one to drop the bombs. Even if you leave all of that aside, just the amount that the military lies to the people it recruits. Seriously, put a finger down if a military recruiter has ever said to you something to the effect of, yeah, the VA will take care of you if you get hurt. Want to bolster your recruitment numbers so bad? Maybe give us a country that we can actually be proud of. Until then, I think I speak for every single person who is of draft age when I say, fuck you, draft these nuts. Y'all have a good day.
Oh man. And anyway, the thing about it is, remember that in a time of war or in a state of emergency, all these like points of oh, I'm not medically able, they don't give a damn. And quite frankly, they don't care about whether you're going to be James Bond on the battlefield or Rambo or whatever. They just need bodies, bro. You know what I'm saying? They need bodies to send out there. Okay? So when it comes down to it, what people are going to find out is you're not going to be given an option. Go read about what power they have when they declare a state of emergency and find out if you're going to be having an option. If according to those executive orders, FEMA can just come up into your house, number one, and just round you up and forcefully relocate you, do you think you're going to have a choice or a say in the matter if they tell you we need you on the front lines? Go back and look at what was happening to people that were trying to escape over there. And I think it was in Russia. Okay, they were trying to escape the draft. Go back and see what was happening over there. Okay, but anyway, hey, we'll see. We'll see when the time comes. Meanwhile, let's see what we got on here. It's that show me your war face, bruh. Hey, but this goes to show you, man. This is the image of America, the so-called Babylon the Great. Well, this is the image. Okay, this is the image, and this is why this place is a laughingstock. Okay, across the whole world, they're looking at this place like, yo, wow. I mean, damn. But look at that. That's a spirit. Our enemies are laughing at us. Look at that. Let's take a look at this. Oh shit! I gotta mute this because you know how YouTube. What the? Bruh. Oh my god. Yo. Oh my goodness, man. I mean, y'all saw it for yourself. So yeah, there's that. Okay. Oh, matter of fact, you know what? Here's a perfect video. All right, it's a perfect video. Let's get that. Let's get let's see. I think this is Jeremiah. There we go. Is this Jeremiah? Oh man, I think there's another one. If it's not this, the men of war. Let me see. All the men of war have become as women. Verse. It might be the same one, but let's see. No. Jeremiah, was this 50, 51 and 30? Let's take a look at that. Just that. There you go. This look at that. Matter of fact, this is a perfect precept. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 30. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. Right? What is the let's look at that word there, forborne. Okay, which basically means that they were basically like you refused. Okay, you don't want to go. All right, it says here to stop, to cease, to forego, cease to be, to leave undone, to leave off. Okay, and that's exactly what you're seeing in here. These people that are of military age, that are supposed to be at that stage where they would be ideal, ripe for the fight. Well, as we're reading here, which is a very true prophecy, right? The men of Babylon, which is America today, have forborne to fight. The mighty men, right, which is supposed to be the military men, they have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They have what? Become as women. Okay, which really signifies them, being weak, becoming weak and feeble. But this is a perfect visual. Okay, look at this. The so-called mighty men of Babylon. Boom. The so-called mighty men of Babylon. Okay. Boom. Now, whether these are, actual people in the military doing this or just regular people dressed like that to do that, it still portrays the same image. And, oh, well, you might be shocked to find this out, which you shouldn't be, but people in the actual military are doing shit like this on TikTok anyway. Okay. So let's finish that verse. It says, they have burned her dwelling places, her bars are broken. Yeah. And that's what's going to happen to this place, because if these are your, your mighty men, I mean, you should already know. That in itself is like a foreshadowing of the fate of this place. Okay. But anyway, going back to the headline that I was reading. So now you're seeing, you know, these people, they're doing videos talking about how, they're just going to say no when the draft comes, or when shit gets real, and you realize that pride is going to shrink so fast. You know, they're tiny. You know what? Let me not even take it there. This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Meaning, when reality hits, when all hell starts to break loose, when they get a dose of what fear is actually like, what prophecy actually smells and feels and tastes like, they're gonna seek help. They're gonna seek whatever means they can for protection, and it ultimately is gonna lie in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. But guess what? They're gonna seek everywhere and even onto the Lord, but He's not gonna answer. And they're not going to find the Lord. And you know what that means? You're done. You're doomed. You're screwed. Okay, and all the things you fear are going to fall upon you. You're going to fall prey to that. Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 34. Then will I cause to cease from the cities of Judah and from the streets of Jerusalem the voice of mirth. Now, these, you know, a lot of these verses here apply to what Jeremiah was prophesying against the actual inhabitants of the land back then, but it's also applicable now, because is the Lord not going to do the same thing? Of course He is. People ain't going to be laughing and cracking jokes and having a smart mouth when this shit hits the fan. You know, look, yes, like the dude said, the last guy in the video, he talked about how cost of living is going up, you know, food, medicine, all these things are going up, and that's a struggle in itself, which is also prophesied, but that'll be the least of your struggles when things really start to go bad. And you haven't seen anything yet. You just caught like the light wind. The light end of the wind of prophecy just blew by you a little bit, and you're already getting chills. Just you wait till the parts where the prophets saw it and got sick. They saw it and they were troubled and they were afraid of overseeing that vision. Wait till you experience that part of prophecy. And let's see if you still going to get on TikTok and do these videos. It says, then will I cause to cease from the cities of Judah and from the streets of Jerusalem the voice of mirth, which is what? Joy, you know, laughter, jokes, all of those. The Lord is going to cause that to cease. And the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, for the land shall be desolate. Okay. So that's what's going to happen ultimately to this place. You know, destruction is coming. And concerning the draft, let's get a quick precept on that. I believe this is 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter. Should be maybe around the 30 something. Here we go. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 32 or 31. Even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old. And her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. So who are the bridegrooms? Who are the husbands? Who are the helpers? The men. But what's going to happen? In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. And the wars and the famines and all the other calamities are part of prophecy. So you're going to have some that are going to get drafted, and they're going to be turned into mesh over there. You're going to have some that are going to be destroyed as casualties over here. All right. Be it by the internal destruction or by the ultimate destruction, which is going to be those missiles. Okay. So, you know, don't think that you saying no is what's going to save you in these times. Okay. You way too through. Most High probably already got you on 10 different hit lists, you know, of different things that are going to happen. So Yeah, man, this is what's coming. All right, this is what's coming. But just going to show you that a lot of these people, man, they're just all talk. You know, they speak out of comfortability, but when the slightest inconvenience happens, they're quick, you know, to look for an escape route. Well, sorry to break it. No, I'm not sorry to break it to you. I'll happily break it to you that there will be no escape route when that time comes. If you don't get right, and ultimately, if you don't repent and you're not of the elect, well, you're through. Okay. So with that, I'm gonna end it here. Lord willing, thou's edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. And until next time, Shalom.